everybody, I'm Lombardo, and at this very moment, I'm on my way to Universal Studios to ride the Rip Ride Rocket roller coaster to test out the vestibular sense. For those that may be unfamiliar with this roller coaster, here's what it looks like. I just got off the ride and I'm feeling so dizzy right now. I don't know which way is up, down, left, or right. Let's interview a fellow rider to see how they feel. Hi everybody, we just got off the roller coaster and I'm here to do an interview with a fellow rider. So, how did you like the ride?
It was good. I'm dizzy.
He's dizzy? Let's find out why.
Alright, that was super fun, but we gotta get back to it. Why did I get dizzy on that roller coaster? Because of my vestibular sense. It's our sense of body movement and position, and it enables our sense of balance, which is really important to us. Surprisingly enough, this happens through our ears, but more specifically, through our inner ears. If we zoom in, we can see the 3 semicircular canals, which some like to call them pretzel-shaped. We have the superior, posterior, and horizontal, although their names vary depending on who you talk to.
So, each semicircular canal controls a different type of perception of movement. For this, I made a little dance. So, horizontal goes left to the right, left to the right, left to the right. Posterior goes side to side, side to side, side to side. Superior goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And those are the semicircular canals.
Alright, that was great because I'm sure you loved my dancing just as much as I did. But let's get back to it. In the semicircular canals, there's fluid called endolymph. The movement of the endolymph fluid helps us detect our movement. Also, an extension of the semicircular canals are the ampullas. If we want to take a closer look, we can see the endolymph fluid moves through the ampulla and causes the stereocilia to move. The stereocilia are little tiny hairs in our ears that help us detect things such as movement and sound. These are detected to hair cells, which once the stereocilia move, tell the hair cells to send signals to the cerebellum to detect and correct movement. Detect and correct is very important. Alright, so now back at the inner ear, let's look at the other organs that are part of the vestibular system, the otolith organs. Here we have the utricle and the saccule. I messed up saccule here, but let's keep going. The otolith organs help us detect forwards and backwards movement and gravitational pulls. The otoconia are in these, which are calcium crystals. These calcium crystals are also known as calcium carbonate. The movement of these helps us with movement detection. The steps go like this. The crystals move, right? Which causes the stereocilia/hair cells to move, like we just discussed. And then this goes to our brain and helps us, once again, detect and correct. Super duper important in our vestibular systems. So this is all fantastic to know, but let's go back to that question that we originally asked. How do we get dizzy? So let's imagine me on my little roller coaster, right? Happy as can be. There's my little seatbelt, and I just hit that huge loop-de-loop. Right after I got off, me and my other fellow rider were both super duper dizzy. So now that we know the vestibular system works, let's look at dizziness. In the simplest terms possible, dizziness is moving fluid/otoconia in the ear. So, once I got off the roller coaster, although I myself was not moving, the fluid had not stopped moving. That tricked my nerves into thinking that I was still moving, which caused me to be dizzy even after moving.
Oh! Guys, did you see that? I almost just tripped. But it's okay though, because my vestibular sense knew that I was tripping before I was even conscious of it. It felt that movement in those inner ears, and then it ordered a skeletal response before I was even conscious that I was falling. Our vestibular systems are much more important than we think. They enable us to move, walk, dance, sit up straight, sit down straight, almost everything we do. I hope that you learned a little bit more about the vestibular sense, and the next time you get off a roller coaster, you'll know why you're feeling dizzy.